And just start to focus on your breath. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths in. A nice, long, slow, deep breath out. And just feel yourself coming in to center, coming into the body. And notice your sits bones on the ground. And if you are laying down, I'm going to speak from a place of sitting up, but just know that it's quite similar. It still works. You'll just feel more of the body on the ground. And feel the sits bones on the ground. Feel your legs on the ground, and then feel all of the sensations, the properties, the characteristics of the ground below you. So feel the firmness. And keep breathing. And feel the steadiness, the strength, the stability. Feel all the characteristics of the ground. And as you all are aware, I am a big fan of the ground, and grounding is a spiritual practice. And all that we need to do to ground is just remember that the ground is there below us. So really just feel it. And then imagine from your tailbone sprout some roots, kind of like you're a tree and you're sprouting some roots, and they are going to break through the ground below you. And either directly or indirectly, you are connected to the earth. So whether that's beneath the floor, or even if you're up some floors, that the foundation of the building eventually sits on a foundation that sits upon the earth. So imagine your roots starting to grow through and break through and make their way down into the earth, down to the crust of the earth. And feel the roots break through the foundation of the building that you're in. And underneath that foundation is the earth. And feel your roots break through the crust of the earth. Imagine and feel the roots breaking through the crust of the earth and starting to make their way into the soil, into the ground, into the bedrock, into the sand, the clay, whatever's there below the foundation. The roots are breaking through it. And feel the roots continue on down, making their way through the layers of the earth. All the way down. And then breaking through into the center of the earth. And imagine the center of the earth just as you will. It can look like anything. Could be flowing hot magma. It could be a crystal cave. It could be the scene from Aquaman. Just imagine the center of the earth as you will, and give it some attributes of healing. And imagine your roots breaking through and absorbing that energy somehow. So if there was crystals, then they would wrap around the crystals. If there was healing waters, the roots would somehow touch those waters. If the magma had the healing, the roots would be in the magma. Just imagine however that might look, that there is an energy in the center of the earth and your roots are somehow touching it. And when your roots touch it, that energy starts to come up the roots and all the way back up into your body. We know that the earth is supportive already, is healing and nurturing because we live and we are nurtured by the earth below us. It provides us with food, it provides us with oxygen, it keeps us held. It has gravity so we don't just float off. An atmosphere, all of these different aspects that are incredible and keep us alive. So there's something bigger, something greater. And feel that life force coming back into your body. And feel yourself rooted, feel yourself grounded, and feel yourself connected. And then bring your attention to the base of your spine. Right there, at the base of your spine is a big red glowing ball, like a vortex of energy spinning in one direction. Imagine that those roots are bringing up white light, white healing energy. And that white healing light is starting to circulate around your body. And while it's circulating, like we've got like some closed loop system going on. Imagine that any energy which you are ready to release is heading down the roots and into the center of the earth. So while we focus on the chakras, we are also very connected. We're cleansing, We're healing. And just keep in mind this idea of reciprocity. So just like we breathe out carbon dioxide and the trees breathe it in and they breathe out oxygen and we breathe in oxygen, there's also a transmutation of energy happening with the earth. In Andean medicine, there is this idea, Andean culture, there is this idea that at the solar plexus is where we release all of our hucha. And our hucha is like all the stuff we no longer need. It's seen as like almost like black tar. And the earth like eats that up and then returns back to us as like healing energy. So just see this exchange happening and then bring your attention to the root chakra, the red glowing ball at the base of your spine. And imagine there is like a red rose bud in the center of the glowing red. And imagine that rose bud is starting to open. Feel it blooming petal by petal. And feel it opening. And for like a picture of energetically what's happening, we've like plugged into the earth. And now we're starting to open every chakra. So bring your attention just above the base of the spine, below and behind the belly button, into your pelvic bowl. And imagine there is a glowing orange vortex of spinning energy, spinning in the opposite direction to the root chakra. Imagine it as like the most brilliant colors you've ever seen. And imagine there in the center is an orange rosebud, and that it too is starting to bloom, starting to open petal by petal. Your sacral chakra is opening and you're safe. You're plugged into the earth. You're cleansing your body. You're cleansing your energy. You're healing. And anytime you think about it, just remember your breath. So picture now between the belly button and the breastbone, right in the solar plexus, is a brilliant yellow color spinning in the opposite direction as the chakra below. Your solar plexus. Imagine in the center of that spinning vortex of energy is a rosebud. And that it too is slowly starting to open, slowly starting to bloom. You feel the energy still flowing from the earth through your roots to your body. And feel that reciprocity of you releasing negativity, anxiety, anything that you really don't need, whether you know that you have it or not, whether you know that you're holding on to it or not, just let it be taken. And we as humans are so used to carrying that when we do release and we do empty, that often we don't know what to do with ourselves. So the idea is that we actually do fill ourselves back up but that we're choosing what we fill up with as opposed to anxieties and other people's shit. We're choosing to fill up with love and healing and kindness and compassion. And that all is carried within the white light, filling you full of those so that you don't feel empty, so that you don't feel too light and try to fill yourself back up. Here you're consciously choosing what you fill yourself up with. And keep on the journey of the chakras. So move your attention to the heart center and imagine there this beautiful, brilliant, the most beautiful green you've ever seen. And each chakra spins opposite the one below it. So it is spinning in the other direction. And right in the center of this big green ball of spinning energy is a beautiful little green rosebud. And petal by petal, this rosebud starts to bloom, starts to open, revealing a beautiful rose. Just allow all of these processes to be going on at once. The healing of the body, the roots to the center of the earth, the release of any kind of tension, and also the opening of your chakras. So you're plugged into the earth, and we are chakra by chakra opening each one and knowing that it's okay in this moment, it's a safe space, that you are plugged into the earth. So you are literally like a cord, and you have the power to allow the chakras to open completely in this moment. And bring your attention up to the center of your throat, the center of your truth, the center of your voice. And imagine there just the most brilliant blue. And there is a spinning vortex of energy. Rose blood right in the center, slowly blooming open, petal by petal. Bring your attention up to your third eye, right above your eyebrows and in between them. And imagine there is this amazing color indigo, which is like between blue and purple. It's like a royal blue or a royal purple, like this incredibly bright yet somewhat dark color. And just imagine it there, this big spinning ball of energy. And in the center also is an indigo rosebud that is slowly starting to open and bloom for you. And finally, bring your attention to the crown of your head, where you can either imagine violet, like a really beautiful, bright purple, pinky purple, and or white. It can be just like this incredible white light, right? Sitting on the top of your head, in the crown. And imagine it beautiful and big and spinning and full of energy. And imagine in the center a similar colored rosebud, so white or violet. And imagine that rosebud slowly starting to open. Now feel all 7 of your chakras open. And start to pull up that white light from the center of the earth and bring it directly to the root chakra. Imagine that a white light is flowing up through your roots and flowing out through your root chakra. And it's like tons of it, like you've just opened a faucet. So now that each chakra is open and you are connected to the earth, we're going to cleanse each chakra. So just feel the area being cleansed. It's like pouring gallons and gallons of white light energy through your root chakra. And let's pull it up to the sacral chakra, but that doesn't slow the chakra below. There's an infinite source of this white light energy, and it's coming up to you and then through you. So feel, not only is it just flowing like you've opened a faucet, like the bathtub, through the root chakra, it's also now flowing through the sacral chakra. And pull it up one more level and have it just pouring out of your manipura, your solar plexus. And I always imagine like seeing myself as this is happening, and I just see like this shadow figure with the 7 colors of the chakra, and now it's just like white light pouring out of it, like I am a fountain. And draw up that white light cleansing to another level, to your heart chakra. Feel it cleaning out your heart. And it's cleaning you, it's cleansing you of blocks and fears and imbalances, and just bringing you back to center, bringing you back to love, bringing you back to the true self, bringing you back into balance, bringing you back to love. And pull up to the throat. Feel that, like actually feel that being cleansed. All the words you never spoke, like gone, flowing out. All of the tears that you've choked back, gone. No more. And just feel yourself opening, balanced, willing to speak. Let up to the third eye. No more doubts. Feel yourself connected to yourself. And in the true essence of a fountain, imagine this white light starting to pour out of the crown of your head. And feel the white light splashing back down on you, cleansing your physical body. Each chakra cleansed. And then just like you are like a power cord, chakra by chakra, we're going to unplug. So unplug the crown. Unplug your third eye, just imagining all that cleansing that's taken place. Unplug the throat, feeling all of the white light just like dropping back and coming out of the remaining chakras. Unplug your heart. Unplug the solar plexus. Unplug the sacral. And unplug your root. And just sit with this for a moment. And now, just like you're tuning in a radio, I'm going to go through each chakra. And just close the chakra, but like close the chakra to an appropriate amount for you. And this is an intuitive process. So you're just going to feel each one and close it up like they're doors that are slightly ajar. So if you imagine, we've just opened them wide up. So if you were to leave this session with them still open, that's like people would just like want to take, because you are giving. It's open, it's free for all. So think about maybe closing that door, but like just leaving it slightly ajar so that there is still the ability to interact, but that you're not wide open. And you're willing to receive, you're willing to give, part of reciprocity, but also recognizing by being in balance that you need both, just like the breath. Giving and receiving is like inhaling and exhaling, and you can't really stop one of those. You need them both. And therefore, if you stop inhaling, you actually won't live that long, and it'll be terribly uncomfortable. And that's what happens to the physical body when you give, and or receive. So just come back to the crown of the head, and just like a radio dial, start to tune the crown chakra to close it down. But as mentioned, but still leave it open to like a trickle. because it's intuitive. Like if it's too open, you might feel like a little bit of anxiety. If it's too closed, then you might feel quite heavy. And just start to do that all the way down the chakras. Start dialing in third eye, throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, and root. Just finding the perfect adjustment for you. And when everything feels like it's at the right point, just come back to your breath. Come back to the body. And like give it a once over. Kind of like go back through each chakra, double checking that it feels right. And also trusting yourself. And you can energetically leave your roots connected to the earth, or you can pull them out and back into the body, knowing the ground is there always. and that you can connect whenever you need. And if you lay down for this meditation, please feel free to sit up. It's coming up to seated. Come to Sukhasana or easy cross-legged pose.